Hello and welcome to this episode of Joy's World, the podcast. Do you know what? Sometimes I wish I could step out of my world and then step back into it. Do you know what I mean? My world is full of the bullshit, innit? It is full of the bullshit. Anyways, I hope this episode finds you all well. It's not really finding me well at all right now. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest, right, guys? I've had diarrhea. Okay, all right, let's just put it out there. I have had diarrhea. I don't know, I think I ate a dodgy KFC yesterday, and I feel like, you know, like when you get like food poisoning and like, do you ever feel like the life's been sucked out of you? So I'm doing this recording with a very, you know, I feel lightheaded. I probably need some water, okay? Why am I talking like that? Water. That's water. But yeah, basically, guys, like, I feel like shit. So if I just drop down halfway through this episode, just forgive me, innit? Just call me and see if I'm alright, because I feel really lightheaded. I don't know what's going on. Someone told me to take some Imodium. I've actually got some Imodium, but I've not taken it, and I don't really know why. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm feeling extremely lightheaded. But hey hoes, if anyone wants to come and give me a hug, that would be fantastic. I've stopped shitting as well, so you know. Anyways, that's TMI. Do you know what? Everybody poos. I've said this before. Everybody poos. Get over it. Get over it. Anyways, today's episode is brought to you by... I'm not joking. Not brought to you by anyone. Do you know what I mean? It's brought to you from my living room. Do you know what I mean? So if you hear some funky noises, it's not me, it's the hotel next door. All right, deal with it. Anyways, guys, so today I've got a story time for you. This story time actually, is actually upsetting, but I'm just going to tell it. It's not upsetting. It's not upsetting, but it's like, basically, people are just cunts. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to tell you what a guan. So basically, once upon a time, there was a little fat girl called Joy. And I'm not going to tell you how old she was at this point, because it may or may not be current. It may or may not be ongoing. Anyways, once upon a time, there was a little girl called Joy. Joy was, how do we put it, seeing a man, and we are going to call this man Liddle. That's what we're going to call him. We're going to call him Liddle. Okay. Now, Liddle and Joy were seeing each other. When I say seeing, I mean just banging each other for approximately a year and a half. Within that year and a half, guys, okay, Joy and Liddle didn't really do much other than the hanky-panky, or the hokey-cokey, as I like to call it. And Joy got... Sorry, what am I talking about? No. Because I'm like, why am I talking about myself in the third person? It's actually quite weird. Is that quite weird, guys? Do you know what I mean? But you know, like when you're telling a story, that's what you do. Anyways, I got quite annoyed after about, I don't know, let's say like a fucking year, yeah, that things were not progressing. Do you know what I mean? Like, where's my ring? I want to be a wife. What the fuck's going on? Do you know what I mean? So I told Liddle, listen, bruv, you need to make a decision. Do you know what I mean? Like, are we moving forward or are we not moving forward? Now, Liddle didn't want to listen, yeah? Liddle came on this, I don't know what I've done wrong. I've not done anything. Like, you know, like when they play dumb. You know what I mean, girls? When these men play fucking stupid, but they're not fucking stupid. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, me and Liddle just kept going on and on and on. Anyways, I can't remember what happened, but remember, me and Liddle were not in a relationship, guys. So I'm just putting it out there. I ain't done nothing wrong, innit? So we were not exclusive. We were just, I don't know what the fuck we were, yeah? So I, being the stalker that I am, decide to go on Liddle's Instagram and, you know, I was just browsing. I browsed on Liddle's Instagram and I found someone on Liddle's Instagram and I started following them because like, that's what you do, isn't it? You just follow people. I followed this random. So anyways, this random then started messaging me. What we're going to call this random? What we're going to call it? Coconut. Right. So Coconut, right, started following me back, obviously. And then Coconut DM'd me. And Coconut was all messaging, girls, how it is. They were like, hey, what's up? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, blah, blah. Then Coconut's like, so something along the lines of, now bearing in mind, guys, I've got the messages still, but I'm not looking at them right now, but this is going from my memory, right? But I can provide evidence if anybody needs evidence, because I don't like to be called a liar. But basically, Coconut was flirting with me. I was flirting with Coconut to a certain extent, okay? Because me and Little were like on rocky. We were rocky, okay? We were on rocky terms, okay? So anyways, then I find out Coconut is Little's cousin. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so Coconut and Little are cousins. So then we're like, oh shit, like, we need to stop now. Do you know what I mean? This is a bit awkward. So we did, like, we stopped. We just kept in contact, but we was not like flirting, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an angel. Anyways, remember how me and Coconut started talking? Remember, yeah? It was on a flirty vibe, yeah? Coconut wanted to bang, yeah? Little knows that me and Coconut were talking. It was not a secret, okay? It was not a secret. Obviously, he didn't know the contents of our messages, but I told him because, you know what I mean? I don't have nothing to hide, really. I don't really care. I don't fucking care. I'm not your wife. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, fast forward, me and Coconut still message every now and again. And I got the feeling that Coconut still wanted to bang, even though he knew I was banging Little. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, nah. Like, it's not really happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen. And the more I got to know Coconut, the more I thought Coconut was a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? There was an incident with one of my friends. I was trying to hook Coconut up with one of my friends, and I showed her his picture, and she was like, oh, Coconut's got too many tattoos and he's got a child, and I don't want a man with a child, and I don't want a man with tattoos, which is fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Now, when Coconut now finds out this information, Coconut was very salty. He was very salty. Coconut was like, oh, before big girls had a name, before it was like BBWs, I was liking big girls. So basically, big girls shouldn't get too ahead of themselves. No. And I was like, bruh, she don't like your tattoos, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not, she don't want a man with kids. That's her prerogative. Like, she weren't cussing you. Do you know what I mean? But that would be anyone. I think Coconut has a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Do you know what I mean? And also, I think he still has like a negative mentality. Like, the way he was so salty, guys, it was like, Jesus, like, I know men can't take rejection, but she wasn't even being horrible. Like, she was just saying, innit? Like, she didn't say it to him. So I don't know what one for him. Anyways, so that was that. Now, Coconut is always watching my Instagram, watching my WhatsApps. You see, one of them stalkers, yeah? Anyway, but I didn't think he was a stalker because I thought we was cool. Do you know what I mean? We were cool. Like, yeah, what's up? Cool, yeah. Then one time, I was with my friend, John. Hey, John! And we was on my Instagram, and then Coconut decides to screenshot and message me and be like, oh, you two look like a good couple, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, ha, he's my mate, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just laugh it off. Because like when someone knows that that's not like it's not your type, it's not, nothing's going on, they're your mate, but they, like when someone's trying to make it out like, oh yeah, you look so good together. I hate when people do that. Fucking childish. It's fucking childish, innit? So childish. So that was that time. That was a few months ago. I just ignored it, laughed it off. Rewind to a few days ago now, and Coconut does the same thing. He goes on my Instagram and actually screenshots a video, not even a photo, but a video to capture another friend of mine, and messages me and's like, oh, is this your new man? Are you in bed with him? I'm like, Coconut, what are you talking about? Like, are you all right? Do you know what I mean? Coconut's like, oh, I'm just saying, you two make a good couple. Again, he's taking the piss, guys. He's not being He's not genuinely being like, you look like he's trying to take the piss, yeah? He's actually trying. And I was like, okay, you're getting on my nerves a bit now. Like, because you've done this before. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you screenshotting my Instagram? Why are you obsessed with who I'm dealing with? That's my question. So, Coconut, I don't know if Coconut's bipolar. I don't know I don't know if he was just smoking that day. I honestly don't know what was going on with Coconut the other day, but he did that and then he just switched on me. Do you know what I mean? And he was just like, because I said to him, like, you're getting on my nerves, can you stop now? And he was like, oh, bearing in mind, Lidl's still in the picture, kind of, sort of, yeah? And he was like, oh, well, my cousin Lidl don't want to be with you anyway. I said, what? Sorry, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's munching my vagina. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then he was like, oh, stop trying to make Lidl be with you. He doesn't want to be with you. I was like, sorry, first of all, what? Okay? And then he was like, your face ain't saying much, is it? Sorry, what? What's wrong with my face? What's wrong with my face? Like, what's wrong with my face? Then I was like, I was cussing him back. I was like, listen, Coconut, yeah? I don't know what is wrong with you, yeah? Like, literally, guys, when I tell you I was confused, yeah? I do not know what made this man so annoyed with me that he kept sending me screenshots and then just decided to say there was something wrong with my face. My face is beautiful. Okay, I am a beautiful woman, okay? And then Coconut decides to tell me I look like a man. Okay, wait, hold on, rewind. Because if I look like a man, then a year ago when you was trying to bang this man, does that make you a homosexual? Are you a homosexual? Shout out to the gays, shout out to my gays, hey. But I'm just asking, Coconut, are you on that vibe? Because if I look like a man, then what did you want to do? Smash my back doors in? Hey, and I'm sure Lidl could tell you that I am all woman. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I was just confused. I was so and I was pissed off. Do you know what I mean? We was having an argument. I called him. He didn't answer. And I was like, yeah, you want to be a bad man on the text, yeah? And then he was like, I'm eating my dinner. I'll call you back. So he called me back. Sorry, I like that sound effects. He called me back and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you being a dickhead for? I said to him, I thought we were cool. Why are you being a dickhead for? And he was like, why did you call me if you're not going to let me speak? Let me speak. What do you have to say for yourself? You're there cussing my face. You know me, yeah? I don't rate men that feel like they can cuss a woman's looks. It don't make sense. Especially a woman that you know you want to bang. And one thing that Coconut kept saying to me, yeah, guys, when we was having this argument was like, oh, you're really feeling yourself, innit, Joy? You're really feeling yourself. You think you're bad. I'm like, me? Feeling myself? Yes, I feel myself. Everyone should feel themselves. The thing is, yeah, is men. This is a little tip for you that if you're listening, right? Because I know Coconut's going to listen to this because I've blocked him on Instagram, I've blocked him on WhatsApp, I've blocked his number. So the only way he's going to get a little bit of joy in his life is if he listens to my podcast, yeah? So shout out to you, Coconut. You know who you are, yeah? You're a dickhead, yeah? Yeah? You're a dickhead, yeah? It don't make no sense. Just because someone don't want you don't mean you have to stop. It don't make sense, guys. Please tell me, does it make sense? Right. So anyways, as I said, I've now blocked Coconut off everything. Also, shout out to you, Coconut, right? Because another thing that I said to him during this arguing match that we was having was, I said to him, why the fuck have you got an Instagram page for your child that you don't even see that much? It don't make sense. Yeah. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Because, right, one of the things he said to me, the reason I said that, was because he was like, oh, Lidl don't want to be with you. And what did he say? He said something about, no one wants to be with you because of your face. Sorry? I said, but who are you with? My man is single, you know. Big old single chip on your shoulder out here, having Instagram accounts for your 2-year-old, yeah? When you told me a few weeks ago that your baby mum don't want you to see your 2-year-old, maybe it's because you're mental, bruv. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I'm just asking a question. Maybe that's the reason she don't want you to see your kid, is because you're fucking cuckoo crackers. Yeah? Just take that into consideration. So I'm really confused as to why you have a whole Instagram page for your 2-year-old that you don't see often, because you're a fucking weirdo. Yeah? So don't sit there and say no one wants to be with me because of my face. Yeah? Because I ain't out here having Instagram accounts for my kid. Do you know what I mean? It don't make no sense. Yeah? It don't make no sense, guys. Anyways, shout out to me, shout out to my face. If you haven't seen my face, if you're literally just listening to this podcast, well, you must have seen my face because my face is the logo. But shout out to me, shout out to my face, shout out to me for looking like a man. Do you know what I mean? Like, can we just be honest? Be honest. You want this. Oh, that's a good... And I can be hurt. Oh, if you know that song, then you know that song, innit? Let's not sing too much. We're not trying to get sued. But yeah. No, I do have a bit of a big forehead, not going to lie. I do have big cheeks, not going to lie. My nose is... I think my nose is all right. It's a little bit wide. Do you know what I mean? But other than that, I think my face is all right. Do you know what I mean? Like... I mean... Just saying, you know what I mean? This isn't about my face, though. This is about Coconut being jealous, okay? He was jealous that I was with other men on my Instagram who were my friends. He was jealous that his cousin Lidl was banging me out. Do you know what I mean? He was just jealous. And it's like, guys, don't let your jealousy get the better of you. Don't let your jealousy go over you, okay? Don't get above yourself now. Calm yourself down. The moral of the story is, take rejection better. We all get rejected, okay? Just because a girl doesn't want to sleep with you doesn't give you the right to then cuss her appearance. It don't make sense. And ladies, protect yourselves, okay? Don't worry. Okay, if you look like a man, it don't matter, okay? It actually don't matter. Join the club. Hey, hoes, join the club. Also, I messaged Lidl, right, and told him the situation, what a guan, yeah? I forwarded him the messages, and Lidl was like, oh, well, you two shouldn't be talking if you can't get along. Sorry, is that all you've got to say, Lidl? Is that all you've got to say? Is that all you've got to say, dickhead? What do you mean, bruv? Your cousin has just cussed me off. Now you need to fight, okay? You need to fight for this love. In the name of Cheryl Cole, you need to fight for this love. What are you talking about? So now I can't deal with Lidl either, because Lidl was like, oh, because I was like, is that all you've got to say? You're a fucking dickhead. Your family's this, your family's that. And then Lidl was like, all right, I'll talk to him about it. What do you mean you'll talk to him? Fight him, bruv. What do you mean talk to him about it? What do you mean talk? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you going to talk about? I've just forwarded you the message. What is there to say? You need to talk with your fists. Not that I encourage fighting or anything like that, but I do, okay? Because what are you talking about? Like, am I in the wrong, guys? Let me know, okay? But don't let me know if you think I'm in the wrong. If you think I'm in the right, then let me know that you think I'm in the right. Should I have, been talking to Lidl's cousin? I mean, to be fair, as I said, we was only talking like cash after the initial flirty schmirty. When we realised who each other was, we kind of deaded it in the water. But it's not my fault if Coconut was like pining over me. Do you know what I mean? It's not my fault. It is not my fault that men find me irresistible. No, I'm joking. Calm down. I'm joking. Fuck's sake. You know what? Some people can't take a joke. Okay? So it's not my fault. Also, let me know if you think Lidl should step in and bang him up. Yeah? Or if you think violence is never the answer. Okay? Let me know, guys. Because honestly, the other day I was fuming. I was fucking fuming. I don't know what accent that was. I was fucking fuming. Yeah. Because I was just like, why are you being horrible to me? Just out of the blue. It just didn't make any sense, guys. Like, I am a good person, okay? But yeah, that is my story time for this episode. And we're going to deal with it. And we're going to roll with it. And, yeah, I don't know, this year, man, I need to find myself a new lover, a new boyfriend, a new husband. I didn't have one in the first place. I need to find myself a husband. But yeah, is it ever okay to speak to someone's cousin? I mean, I don't think I was in the wrong because I didn't entertain it. Do you know what? I've got to bring you guys another story time about men with girlfriends and entertaining them. That's just a whole nother situation that was going on. Not with me, obviously, because I'm a good girl. I'm an angel. I am a nun. And that's why you love me. That is why you love me. Okay? But yeah. Also, an update on my dry January. Dry vagina. Dry January is going absolutely fantastic. So far, I've not slipped, I've not given up. I think I'm doing really well. So obviously I'll let you guys know. But remember, if you want to give me anything for doing dry January, feel very free. I will be taking alcohol donations at the end of the month. So yeah, fingers crossed that I keep going. Fingers crossed, legs crossed. Keep your legs crossed, guys. Actually, don't keep your legs crossed. Fling it up, innit? Open your legs and fling up the pumps. Do you know what I mean? Live life. Live your best life. Just be safe, innit? Use a condom. Use an actual condom. I'm going to stop talking now because I feel like I'm rambling. But I really needed to get that story off my chest. Now that I've got it off my chest feels lighter. I feel like I've gone from a size J to a size D. A D cup. Yeah. I've gone from a J cup to a D cup. Love ya. Love you for listening. Remember to follow me on Instagram so you can see my manly face. At Joy's World The Podcast. Email me, joyspodcast@hotmail.com. Tweet me at joyxoxo. Shout out to Mark, my editor. Shout out to you, Mark. Big up yourself, big up your chest. Oi. Shout out to Coconut for being a dickhead. You are a fucking monster. You are a fucking monster. And you can't cuss me, cause sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Shout out to all my girls that look like men. Shout out to all my girls that look like men. Make sure you stay happy and live your best life. Woo!